Hello, hi, welcome. My name is Jeannie Freeman, and I'm here today to teach you about some basic goal setting. Now, this is going to be part one, so you'll have to stay tuned for part two. All right, let's get started. All right, so goal setting. I know everybody's favorite subject. Actually, goal setting is super important. It gives us some guidance, and it might sound corny, but really, the process of getting to the goal is really the important part because, I'm going to use the example of weight loss. If I set my goal to for 150 and I only get to 151, well, look at how far I've gotten. Maybe not to exactly my goal, but look at all the things I will have learned along the way. Okay, so number one in goal setting is what do you want? What do you want? So you have to, I would suggest brainstorming and just writing down everything and anything. I want a Mercedes. I want to be a size 3. I want to retire at age 50, whatever it is, okay? And then, so that's step one. And then step two is going to be, what is your top goal? So I would suggest, filling a page or as many ideas as you can about what you want. And then number two is going to be to pick that top goal. And I would suggest to just start with one goal, do one goal at a time. Of course, there may be exceptions, but I would say, especially at the beginning, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just pick one goal. What is your top goal? Okay, so that's number two. Number one, what do you want? Do the brainstorming. Number two, what is your top goal? And then we've got number three. I want you to write down all the steps to complete the goal. So using the example of weight loss, a couple of the steps may be that I want to go walking for 20 minutes, 4 times a week, something like that. And then another step is going to be to plan my food, and that can look how you want it to, but you get the idea. It's like write down the steps, and you can always come back to it. You can always add, you can always take away, and you can change it as you go. So there's no rules here. So number one, what do you want? Number two, your top goal, and number three is writing down the steps to complete that goal. All right. So now, step number four is what are the obstacles that could get in the way of me reaching my goal, right? So now that I've got the goal, and this is maybe where, or at least for me, in the past, that if I had done this step, that I may have been a little more successful or actually kept those goals like the weight off. But now I am, so that's what's important. Okay, so number one, what do you want? Number two, what's your top goal? Number three, the steps to complete. Number four, what are the obstacles that are going to keep me from reaching my goal? And in my example, so I want to go walking in the morning 3 times a week. And one of the obstacles that I can see coming up is I live in Wisconsin, so it's cold sometimes and it's hot sometimes, or raining or snowing, and so one of the obstacles might be that since I like to walk outside, one of the obstacles might be the weather. So my just identifying that could be one of the obstacles, and we'll come back to the next part. The other thing, planning your food, there could be lots of different obstacles with that. I was going to go with that I don't have vegetables in the house when I want to be eating vegetables. So, all right, now here we are. Step number 5 is to come up with strategies for overcoming the obstacles. And using my weight loss example, the strategies for overcoming the weather when I want to be walking outside is planning a YouTube video or walking around the house or having, maybe doing yoga instead or something like that. Just having a backup and making that decision ahead of time of what I'm going to do to overcome that obstacle. So another obstacle to not having vegetables in the house might be that I put grocery shopping on my list. Okay, well, that's what I've got for you today, and stay tuned for part number 2. Have a great day.